Hello, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is an animated movie released by Sony Pictures, and the main character in this Spider-Man movie is Miles Morales and his version of Spider-Man. And it actually, the way it works is the Kingpin is working on a collider that is going to allow him to grab a different version of his family from a different dimension, and the results or the side effects of that are that other Spider-Men or Spider-Women from other dimensions are converging into one. So what happens is Miles Morales, he's a kid, he's going to school he doesn't really like. He's got a pretty good relationship with his dad that is very well thought out throughout the movie. He meets a girl, Gwen Stacy, who's actually from another dimension as Spider-Woman, voiced by Haley Steinfeld, and they have a really good chemistry going, and she does a good job. They also have Jake Johnson as like an older version of Spider-Man, because there is time travel also with these dimensions and going into a new dimension. And then Chris Pine plays a Spider-Man too, and he is actually the same Spider-Man that's in the Sam Raimi universe, because they show in the beginning some clips of him doing what happened in those movies. And basically what they have to do, Miles Morales, this is an origin story for Miles Morales' version of Spider-Man, and in this they have to band together and stop Kingpin from basically destroying the world by trying to bring these dimensions together. It's a really good movie. The animation style is very different. It's something you probably haven't seen before in a movie. It takes a little bit of getting used to. In some cases it almost feels like watching a 3D movie without the glasses, but it is, once you get used to it, it really pops, and it does feel like watching a comic book come to life, especially after he gets bitten by the spider and you start seeing like thought bubbles and things like that, and he can actually hear his thought bubbles. It seems to work that way in the movie, but it's really good. The animation is definitely good. The soundtrack is great. The voice acting is great. The story is really good. It's well written. The father-son story with him and his dad, the mentor story with him and the older Spider-Man, the trying to have a friend or a relationship with the Gwen Stacy character. It's all really good. And then there's humor too. There's a lot of funny moments, especially when he's learning his powers. And then you also have in like Spider-Ham. If people remember that from the comics, there's the Noir Spider-Man, which is from the 30s and voiced by Nicolas Cage. And you have like an anime Spider-Man or Spider-Woman, which is a girl and a robot. And it's really interesting. It's a good story. They did a really good job of bringing those different styles together and having their own way of animating those characters. And overall it really pulls together. Lily Tomlin also plays Aunt May, and she's very good in it, and it's a great movie to watch. The story's great. They also have a really great design for the different villains. Like, it's not like Green Goblin, for example, is about 20 times the size of a normal human being. So it's really interesting to watch Spider-Man go up against somebody that huge and massive. And it's Kingpin too, that like all the villains that they show. There's also a different take on Doc Ock, and the Prowler's in it because he's the uncle of Miles Morales, so he's in it too. But yeah, lots of different designs, very creative, And overall, just a really great movie. Very fun, very adventurous. And you do get the thrill of seeing a kid who's a teenager learning to be Spider-Man. So overall, I give this a 9 out of 10. It's very rewatchable. It's very visually appealing. It's a great story, and it's a good movie to watch. So definitely recommended. Definitely recommended to buy on Blu-ray when it comes out. So if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, or all of the above. Thank you, and have a nice day.